Hello everyone, welcome on this lovely day in Arkhaotic's lovely bunker. Um, this video has been overdue for quite a bit of time, but I took a bit of a break and whatnot. I continued Smash content. I went ahead and did the next TV Tropes episode, but now it's the month spring break. I think it's time we go in and we delve into. I think we now go ahead and delve into the yearly outlook for 2022. Before we get on to our next playthrough, which should be taking place hopefully tomorrow, I'm going to explain every video, or I'm going to explain every playthrough that has been completed in 2022. Basically, what this will do is this will exclude Danganronpa V3 because Danganronpa V3 was not finished during 2022. It was finished during 2023. So this video may be shorter than the last yearly outlook. We had 5 playthroughs of 2021. So I think like going to 2022, we'll just talk about the 3 playthroughs. Mostly No More Heroes 2, Destiny the Witch Queen, and Elden Ring. Of course, we'll talk about other things, like the pretty sure the introduction of TV tropes and whatnot, the Danganronpa 3 special video, which was over an hour long, and it was full of edits and whatnot. So, yeah. I think it's time. So, I think we should start off first with, the first video that came out of last year, which was on January 1st, which was the Danganronpa video. Alright, so, Danganronpa 1, or Danganronpa 3, the anime. I have the video already. I'm gonna link, the video specifically and whatnot if you want to check it out. If you watch this, it's gonna be in the description, but Danganronpa 3's video was probably one of the most proudest videos I've done. I spent a lot of time working on it. Unfortunately, the receiving end, Danganronpa 3 didn't get much, but it was still a video I was very proud of. I basically summarized the whole thing in my own words. I don't remember recalling if I gave it an exact full review of the show, but overall the show's future arc season to me was decent but not great, and the Despair arc is not good. I don't think the Despair arc is good really. I think the Despair arc is pretty weak in when it pales in comparison to the future arc of that. And the Hope arc, man, there's so many things you were happy to see, but those reasons behind why they've come, why they're there, are pretty bad. They're very bad. And overall, I'm just glad that during that same year I did Danganronpa V3, and that one, ooh. But of course, that will be saved for later. That will be saved for this year, so probably the next year for the yearly outlook when I make the yearly outlook of 2023. Alright. So yeah. Next up is the introduction of TV tropes. And TV tropes came by, I believe, after No More Heroes 2. No More Heroes 2 was finished, and we were going to get on with Witch Queen. But now, but before then, I did the TV tropes episode, which ended up becoming a series and whatnot that only has 4 episodes in it right now. But I'm gonna try to make a consistent schedule of having a TV tropes episode every time a playthrough is finished. And depending on how this goes, a few will be coming by. A few will be coming by next. So yeah, stay tuned for that and whatnot. So the the TV tropes basically is me going onto the TV tropes website and checking out tropes and such connected to a certain series and whatnot, or a certain super trope and whatnot, like psychology tropes, or in a video game sense, like the Kirby and Gran Turismo ones I've done. Those will be coming in. Basically, the TV tropes episode will explain that, and it'll be over 20 to 30 minutes long, possibly 40 minutes long. So yeah, that is basically the explanation for that. And so the TV tropes episodes will be going on long for as long as you wait. But I'm explaining TV tropes because they were first introduced last year onto this channel. So the next thing we're gonna get onto is the Cuties Hacked No Nut November special. This is gonna be probably an ongoing thing. Hopefully that I can keep up. It's gonna risk my channel dying and getting terminated. But basically, what I do is that I will pick a somewhat interesting game, and I will play it in front of everyone, and I will edit it and whatnot. So yeah, that is Cuties Hack was basically a No Nut November, which turned out to be a huge success actually in terms of viewing. I'm very impressed, and I'm very happy that it got a lot. It got a lot, surprisingly. I don't know why. It's only 4 episodes long, but I'm very happy with the ending results. It turned out really well. So, the next one is, hold on. Alright, I forgot what my point was, but basically TV tropes kind of had its beginning and whatnot. And so now TV tropes will live on. Or it was Cuties Hack probably. I can't remember. Anyways, the next thing that came around was the return of Smash. And Smash came back. And I don't really have much to say on this, but basically, there are going to be arcs like the Crom arc and the Fox arc and whatnot, and they will be just kind of for fun and whatnot before they're eventually like mashed together as like the arcs and whatnot of all the videos. And yeah, like it's pretty cool. And I will continue on with Smash clips, you know. I've been getting lazy behind them as of late, like I have been with this one, but I will eventually get all of that to work and whatnot, and I will see what we can do and stuff. So, yeah, those are the Smash clips. So, yeah, Smash videos will basically be on a daily basis that are not on the weekends and whatnot, so that'll be the case. So, next up, now let's talk about the playthroughs and whatnot. Beginning with No More Heroes 2. No More Heroes 2 was one of the most interesting playthroughs of the year. I kind of slouched on this one, along with the Witch Queen, before, you know, I eventually went back into the groove of Elden Ring and whatnot. But No More Heroes 2 is another kind of classic playthrough like No More Heroes 1. I enjoyed No More Heroes 2 a lot, and I'm glad to play it again. Now, No More Heroes 2, unfortunately, for like a recording kind of session, it ended up crashing quite a bit and whatnot compared to No More Heroes 1. I feel like No More Heroes 1 was ported better than No More Heroes 2 was, which is kind of bumming, because No More Heroes 2 is a great game. But yeah, just having that happen to me quite a few times, you know, it was a little annoying, and I had to reset back, I think, during times. I was lucky though when I had save point when it happened during like save points and whatnot, to which I wouldn't lose any progress. But overall, yeah, it was fun to play. But yeah, it was simple. All right. So, the next one is gonna be Destiny 2's Witch Queen. Now, Destiny 2's Witch Queen, from the background point of view, I grinded. I really did grind. The story was basically part of my grind, and I'm really glad because I finished solo Legendary Witch Queen. All of it. I know some parts weren't like recorded or whatnot, so that I could focus, you know. And then whenever I was near a certain point, I would record it again because I was confident that I was going to get it done on that same attempt, and I ended up getting it done. So. Oh, I gotta pause. Alright, sorry that I'm pausing a lot. That time, a song played in the background. I didn't know it was gonna copyright. Anyways, so, Witch Queen, I got it a lot in the background. As you can tell by a clip, Witch Queen had a funny, or I did a little funny in Witch Queen, and before the day one raid happened, which was fun. It was really cool. I know error codes were bad. My team just got lucky with it. We got like error code once, and then that was it. Like, that was it. We were just kind of lucky with it. But yeah, the raid generally, Battle of the Disciple, is super cool. I really like it. I don't know what's better. God dang it. I'm just gonna let it play through. But yeah, the raid was really cool. I don't know if it's better than Deepstone, but it was really cool, and Witch Queen's experience was really cool in the end. I really did enjoy Solo Legendary. I really did enjoy the story and whatnot. I think it was one of the biggest peaks Destiny had, which was during the Witch Queen. It's just everyone was playing, everyone was having fun, you know, and it was a great experience. And then that all fell apart when, you know, the next season passed, and Witch Queen was basically done, and then we had the seasons next. So, yeah, which is kind of funny, because, I did play a lot of Season of the Haunted. I must admit, I was, like, over rank 200 by the end of that season, and I stopped playing for a long time, and whatnot. And now Lightfall's out, and that is for its own time. That is for its own time, plus, you know, the playthrough is finished and recorded, but it's not been published. And that will be coming after Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. But yeah. So, that was Destiny 2 Witch Queen. That was a fun experience, honestly. Really cool. As much as I was bummed that I couldn't use OBS and whatnot, I really did enjoy my time with Witch Queen. I definitely recommend the Witch Queen. I definitely back then would have recommended buying Witch Queen. And because it was cool, it was good. It was a great step for Bungie, and I really wish they would continue off of Witch Queen, because Witch Queen was it was hyped up, and it was awesome. It was hyped up, and it had paid off, or at least the DLC did. The DLC paid off. The seasons not so much, but the DLC paid off for our hype. The next thing I would like to... Oh yeah, well, I guess the next thing to discuss is Elden Ring. This is the last thing to talk about. Elden Ring. This was great. I loved this game. This game's probably my favorite of 2022. With a close second being Kirby and the Forgotten Land. But Elden Ring, yeah, it's my favorite of last year. It is an awesome game. I really did enjoy it. I'm actually playing back into it again with friends and whatnot. Within what is it? I've been doing a randomizer and whatnot. I didn't record the randomizer, and I'm not finished with it. But at this point, there's no point of return, and I'm not gonna record like the rest of it. We're also doing a seamless co-op, which is also kind of the same thing. I mean, unless I wanted to record from Atlas Plateau. There's really kind of no point to recording all of it and whatnot. But we're having a really fun time. I'm having a really fun time again playing the game. And Shadow of the Erdtree, holy hell, bro, let's get it. I'm definitely probably gonna record that for you all because I am excited for it. So yeah, we'll enjoy that when it comes out. We don't know when it will come out. I'm thinking probably late this year, like late 2023, around or late fall to winter and whatnot. That's what I'm thinking it's gonna come out. But that's just my guess. So yeah, or it may come out like start of 2024. So yeah. The Elden Ring experience was great. It was really enjoyable, and coming from just being only Dark Souls 3 and whatnot, this game made me buy Bloodborne on the PlayStation 4 because Bloodborne was on sale. And while I'm bummed that I didn't play Ragnarok yet, that will probably be for the future and whatnot. I was really happy with the $60 that I spent on Elden Ring, and it was worth my time. I think my brother really likes it. I love it. He probably loves it too. And yeah, I think Elden Ring is a great experience, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who hasn't bought it. I mean, there's like now 20 million tarnished. Yeah, like 20 million tarnished or players out there and whatnot that have played Elden Ring. That is great. That is awesome. Elden Ring has just been a fun, endearing experience, and my nomination to Bill Clinton, really does help with that too. So yeah, Elden Ring was a fun experience. As much as I had to rush it to get the next playthrough in, I really did enjoy it. I think I had no problems really recording it. I had no issues much of it. As much as frame rate issues, yeah, like I think it's I can tell, and I agree with the like PlayStation 5 or Xbox One X thing. My brain hurts about Xboxes now. But PlayStation 5, yeah, that's just, yeah, the frame rate is better. PC, you have to just make that, even if you try to make it like do super well and whatnot, or if you got a super beefed up like PC and whatnot, the frame rate is gonna drop because it wasn't really ported too well, I guess. I guess it like wasn't great. Like it's still super playable on PC and it's still very enjoyable. But yeah, I was kind of annoyed because I was fighting Godfrey and whatnot, and the frames were dropping. I was like, oh great, basically my timing and my dodging is basically delayed, so I had to figure out a whole different pattern, or I had to play a whole different kind of like timing and whatnot. But overall, let me check the other video if I was really kind of rushing anything, because I'm pretty sure I haven't informative. So I'm gonna check that out. No, actually playlists. Informative. Dang, the yearly outlook of last year was 17 minutes long. This is longer. That's kind of funny. That's pretty funny, I would say. But yeah, overall, 2022 shorter in playthroughs, but it was great. I mean, we had 2 long-ass playthroughs. I mean, to be fair, we had 2 long-ass playthroughs of 2022 or 2021. It's kind of funny, actually. But overall, super fun. Or I was very happy with the games I was playing. I'm excited for this next year's. We just got finished with V3, and that'll be talked about next year and whatnot to add on to the yearly outlook. And yeah, I guess last things to say is Riddles vs. SkyJ Grand Finals on Collision 2023. Check that out. Get into Smash if you aren't already, or at least watch like some competitive Smash. That was an awesome set. It was amazing. Congrats to Riddles. Congrats to SkyJ. Congrats to Riddles though for getting that last summon spot. But yeah, thank y'all so much for coming by on this lovely day of my lovely bunker. I will see you on the next playthrough and whatnot. So, peace, peeps.